Good afternoon, board members, superintendency, administration, faculty, parents, family, Russian spies, and most of all, graduates of the class of 2020. My name is Chuck Fraser. I teach economics here at Campo Verde, and it's my distinct honor to be standing in front of you today delivering this year's Baccalaureate address. Speaking of this speech, you picked me. Of all the inspirational talents this school has to offer, and you picked Fraser? If I may, one question. What were you thinking? Being that this is all virtual, I guess I'll never get a proper answer. I contend it's my singing chops. Originally, I was going to sing during this part of speech. My wife quickly shut that down. When I told her I was going to sing in my speech, she looked at me and said, "Bet me." "What do you mean?" She said, "You know this show, The Masked Singer?" "Yes, of course," I said. "We watch it as a family. It's a real highlight of our week." She said, "Forget The Masked Singer. Your voice would be too annoying for the muted singer." Kids, wait till you find that love of your life. It's amazing. It's magical. Okay, back to school. Speaking of which, where you guys been? To be serious, I have no desire to even utter the name of the awful pandemic that stole much of your senior year. But let's try to spin it a bit. In some ways, graduating this year is kind of unique. Maybe providing a benefit here or there. You guys have to admit you've been milking this a bit. I mean, I've heard of a senior ditch day, but this has gotten ridiculous. Or, better yet, your class could be remembered as so unique that it's like you're in a secret society. Nah, who wants to be part of a secret society anyway? Talk about being different. History will look back at your senior year as the year that America jumped the shark. I mean, school is too dangerous, but you can wait in a line 72 deep for Dutch. Even the one student who's actually been completing my assignments the last 7 weeks would have trouble figuring out this riddle. Speaking of those not completing assignments, I asked a couple of my students recently why many people aren't doing the work. Without a pause, the first responded, "Students are playing it safe, Fraser, socially distancing from all assignments." Not to be outdone, another student responded, at least in a manner that's semi-related to something we did in class. She said, "I found the assignment lacking an interesting foundation, and I just wasn't drawn in as a reader. For that reason, I'm out." In today's address, I hope to inspire you a bit and maybe even challenge you at points. My intention is never to offend, but if I do, don't hold back. Feel free to call the district tomorrow and let them know that you were thoroughly offended by Max Ragsdale's speech. Okay, time to take this seriously. If I were to ask one of you for words that motivate you or define you, I'm sure you would reference the words of a hero. Maybe for some, that person wears a cape. For others, maybe that person has written words or lyrics that are a personal anthem. For others still, maybe this hero bursts from the annals of history with a story of triumph over a tyrannical individual or state, forever changing the path of all to come. When the news broke that I would have a forum to deliver an impactful message, like you, I immediately thought of my hero. Let me tell you a bit about the legend of my life. My hero is West Philadelphia, born and raised. No, not that one. This West Philadelphian was a first-generation American raised by a small immigrant mother who spoke with a big, funny accent. This girl grew up to be 50% shareholder in the business of raising 8 remarkable kids. Well, at least 7. Jury's still out on the youngest. This woman, my hero, it's my mom. I could go on and on about her dedication to her career, her devotion to God and family, or her remarkable toughness. Toughness, you ask? I think she earned that witnessing her single mother scrub floors for a living, making less than ends meet. In fact, my mom has shared with me that many a cold winter night with little to no heat, dinner consisted of gravy on a piece of bread. Simply put, you could slap a cape on her and my mom would be a bona fide hero. As tough as they come. But like a twisted comic book ending, heroes don't live forever. At least in the flesh. In November, I lost my hero to the sick villain named cancer. Many of you know I share a lot about my life. I don't have one middle initial, I have 3. T-M-I. But those in my first semester may recall, I never spoke of my mom's passing. A blabbermouth teacher who is at school most every day was just gone a few days. But that changes tonight. You see, you don't hide heroes and what they stand for. Their messages should live forever, like an eternal bat signal. Tonight, I want to shine the signal of just a couple of the lessons from Mama F. The first lesson I want to share is the pride that accompanies a job well done. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to accomplish anything worthwhile, you have to work hard. No, I'm not saying some generic, yay team, if we clock in every day, you'll get promoted to vice president. I mean, you have to labor physically, creatively, and emotionally. There will be times you are so frustrated and disgusted that you want to give up. That's when you know you're making progress. You care enough to be frustrated. Then, and I mean right then, is when you do the opposite of quit. That's when you turn it up, because you're about to turn a corner. My mom didn't speak these words, she lived them. I watched my mom do that time in and time out as she defied definitions of necessary sleep or personal time. She sweat and clawed, never quitting until she won. Most of the time, victory to her was making her family better off in some way. Your lessons did not go unnoticed, Mom, because you lived them. The second lesson I learned from my mother involves becoming exactly the person you were meant to be. Because at the end of the day, happiness is king. I know in our heralded class of 2020, we have future engineers, doctors, musicians, artists, and even teachers. Who wants to be one of those? But better yet, we also have some engineers turned artists, or teachers turned doctors. Life is a journey. Don't let the final destination of your career be something you pick young and that you feel must define you forever. Instead, work hard, experience life, and see what interests you. I bet your ultimate passion is not what you think it is today, or what a calligraphy-filled sheepskin will say when you're 22. I bet you haven't met your passion yet. Go find it, but know it's probably not under the first rock you overturn. I'd like to share a quick story with you, if I may. As many of you know, I'm a new teacher here at Campo. Well, sort of. Truth is, I worked here for a number of years, and then I decided to quit. I was presented a unique opportunity to work as a business consultant and travel North America implementing a new software system. From Niagara Falls to Vancouver, I met new friends and had the kind of experiences many dream of. In fact, they liked me so much in Western Canada that they named a river after me. Don't believe me? Go grab an atlas. What's an atlas? You know, like a map on paper? Man, you guys are young. Anyway, from day one, and I do mean day one, something was eating at me. I loved the challenge of learning a new craft, the relationships I built, and knowing I was succeeding in a new industry. But something just wasn't right. I missed the students, and I missed teaching. As time progressed, this lesson became clearer and clearer to me until I knew I had to return to the profession that really made me whole. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we all have to experience a bit of life to know what it is exactly we are meant to be. Was leaving teaching a mistake? No, because it cemented in me a passion for a profession called teaching. No, I take that back. The passion is for a people called students, and it's never burned so intensely. My mother never once told me who to be. Instead, she cheered me on while I figured out who I was supposed to be. She never told me the right choice. She sat back and only asked one question. Are you happy? That was a riddle I had to solve. Was that reflection in the mirror really the happiest and most fulfilled version of me? In the end, the answer to that question brings me to this stage tonight. Will the path for all of you be as circuitous as mine? Maybe not, or maybe more so. But know this, until you professionally unmask that person in the mirror, you'll never really be happy. Each time you peel away another layer, cherish those experiences and strive to do the very best you can, day in and day out. But never, and I mean never, stop peeling away those layers until the person in the mirror is you. The third lesson my mom preached was the value of a good choice. I know what you're thinking. She could not have been that good at teaching me this because you've all seen the picture of my mullet in high school. Pretty rough. But she was the first to teach me something I have since tried passing on to you. Choices provide opportunities and consequences. If you were in my class first semester, you know the emphasis I placed on minimizing student loan debt. We spoke in great detail about who should be making the important decisions in your life in the coming years. You or a giant pile of debt. The choices you make write the blueprint of how consequent choices will materialize. You never want to take an alternative off the table because of a choice you made. My mom taught me the gain that can come from delayed gratification. You've heard the saying that good things come to those who wait? Well, my mother taught that better choices come to those who make good choices. So let me be clear. The benefit that comes with career discovery that we just spoke highly of is dependent on the choices you make in the process. You'll want to run your life financially such that your future choices are diverse and many. Kind of figures an econ teacher would say something like this, huh? I certainly don't want to give you the impression that my mother's words of wisdom about choices were always financially related. The lesson is so much deeper. My mother taught that your character defines who you are. Are you built strong with positive values and morals? Will you do the right thing when no one's looking? Because guess what? That's the real mark of your character. I've got a little thought experiment for you. I want you to picture that you're the brand manager for brand you. Every time you make positive choices, brand you becomes even more valued among family, friends, and professional colleagues, current and potential. It takes years to build a positive brand. Good choice after great choice demonstrates a character with whom people wish to build relationships. Put simply, people, personally and professionally, want to be associated with your brand. However, one bad choice can taint your brand for a lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, as young adults and for countless years to come, you'll be given platforms to showcase your brand. When you make a positive choice, a virtual brochure is made. When you make poor choices, billboards are made. Whether it's real life or social media, be the brand exec who protects the brand with everything you got. This life you're living is your story. Don't ever give someone else a chance to be your narrator. Folks, I hope my lessons, rather the lessons of my hero, help you as you venture out into this world. I wish for you success. I hope you are winners in the boardroom, but legends in your living room. I wish for you fame, if that's what you want. Autographs and fancy cars. But please know, you have already signed my heart and hearts of everyone around you with indelible ink. Keep spreading your signature by being you. Oh, and that fancy car, I hope it's beautiful. But please remember, the rearview mirror is nothing but a trophy. The real performance tool is the wheel in your hands. Use it to find your destinations. And remember, your first off-ramp doesn't have to be your last. Be bold and find your destination. Where is it? Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you'll know it when you get there. But that's not exactly where I want to leave you. We've had enough seriousness these last 9 weeks. I want to end by having a little fun and challenging myself. I'm going to give myself 180 seconds, and I want to sum up some of the conversations and memories that happened in the 4 walls called room 511. I have cut out last names for time, but trust me, if it's you, you'll know. While this list falls short of representing every conversation or every person here are just a few of the memories I will forever cherish of the class of 2020. So, let's get going. Tristan, you promised me you'd be in my class. You ghosted me, bro. Preeti and Bella, care for a spot of tea with your favorite cousin? Mason, you're gonna have a little more confidence in yourself. You know, open up a little bit socially. Lexi says she wants to come up and show the whole class how to do the graph. Jacob, stop laughing. I can't get into my safe. Kylie and Brandon, do you know the code? Mac Jones. Sunga, what are you eating back there? Connor, would you just come out of your shell already? That's sarcasm. Zach, congratulations, comrade. Swen and Brock, the dynamic duo. Lucy, I hope you dance your way into stardom. Preston, you are talking my ear off, man. Jacob, were you recording me? You're late, Junie. Not really, just like to give her a hard time. Danny, Revis, and Hutch, you were great players on Team 9, but you really showed your true talents as coaches of Team QH. By the way, Hutch, let go of Carson. Sam. Jade. Hunter and Cody, what are you giggling about? Is that a GTA reference? Levi, love the buzz. Kenny, how do you get here so fast every day? Savannah, my daughter thinks you are awesome. It's pronounced Tegan. Matt, let's go Suns. Kayla, got any fruit snacks? No, you can't change seats. Remy, hook me up with some facts. Big facts. Riley, virtual high five. You made me smile every day. President Preble someday? I think not. I have the homecoming halftime show on video. 4th hour first semester. Just how many soccer players in this class anyway? This is your Captain Jake speaking. We are cruising at about 35,000 feet. T-Dub, get me a dunk at the game tonight. Cole, can I borrow your AirPods? Oh, sorry to hear that, bro. Chris, you were quiet, but please know you left a positive impression on me, sir. Dom, thanks for always helping the discussion along. Aiden, you're the coolest cat around. Kenny, do my shoes match my outfit? Keep smiling, Nick, you the man. Cole, you always saw where I was going with the class discussion before we got there. Kenna, do I seem like a Gemini to you? Bruce, thanks for bailing me out when no one else would comment. Gracie, you never brought me a donut. Sean, thanks for introducing me to the OnePlus. I'm thinking about getting the 8 Pro. Joe, glad to hear you've recovered. Keep on being awesome. Ash and Jake, when I can clone students, I'm coming to find you. Let me present to you the ace of the school. AJ, I never did get my rework picture of the Pipers incident. Kate, weren't you supposed to manage that project? Alex, I can't ask you about your job anymore. Comment from this side of the room? Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to hold Alondra and Emma back. I think they're gonna kill him this time. James, nice Eddie shirt. Tyler, what do you think? Yang 2024? Noah, not sure if you can sell any of that art, but your subject sure is handsome. Emily, Spencer, Toby, Camden, and Miles, please rise for the Honorable Ben. I think Marcos is sleeping. I'm gonna call on him. I'll be darned if he didn't just nail the entire FRQ. Hey Cameron, I'll meet you at Piper's for the lunch buffet. Wait, is that Samuel? Man, he looks different. Gage, I'm with you, Kanye 2020. Audrey, mad props to you, cadet. Brian, go Devils. Amber, I just can't seem to challenge you. Where is my pillar? Nina! Abby, I never did get to meet your nephew. My gosh, that burp was loud. Katie, was that you? Dean and Zach, glad you picked Campo. Bella, Jess, Maddie, and Jerry, what are you giggling about? Jenna, what's that look for? And last but not least, Zoe, this one's for you. Try again. Oh. Just like in class, takes a couple times. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2020, I hope I've challenged you to think tonight. Maybe you've had a laugh in these tough times, and just maybe your heart smiled. I hope you go out and live some lessons mom taught. But even more, I hope your life touches others such that you are the heroes of the next generation. Class of 2020, congratulations, and go nail this thing called life.